What's up, everybody? This time we have Russell Reed. You playing Dragoonities again?
Gem Knights this week.
Oh, wow. So,
Had to play them because I've been hyping them.
all right. What you got for me?
3 Gem Armadillos. That's the Stratos of the deck.
Stratos,
Normal
hey.
Summon them, you search any Gem Knight card. Any Gem Knight monster, not card. Alright, then you got 3 Obsidian and 3 Lazuli. They kind of go together, kind of similar. If you fuse, this is a fusion deck. If you Gem Knight fuse and you use either of these, this one will return any non-effect monster back to your hand from the grave, and this one will special summon a non-effect monster. And Gemini monsters, when they're sent to the grave like that, are non-effect monsters. This guy is only when he's sent from your hand. This guy is when he's sent, no matter how he's sent to the grave. And then all your non-effect monsters are 3 Ambers. Amber is a Gemini. When he's actually has his Gemini effect, you can discard any Gemini card from your hand to return any of your banished Gemini cards back to your hand.
Alright, that's cool.
And this deck banishes a lot because its fusion spell banishes to return itself back to your hand.
Oh, alright.
The only other 2 vanillas I play are Garnet and Lapis. Both of these are necessary to make certain cards in the extra deck because they require the names. This guy's okay because he's a 1900 beater. This guy's like small, but the guy that he makes is just so good that you gotta play him.
Alright.
The guy that this makes specifically in the extra deck, I might cut for a different Gemini monster, just because it's really only in the extra deck as a Cleafort Towers out, and Brilliance Fusion is apparently ruled that you can out tower.
Oh, that's one of the new cards, right?
Yep, I'll get to that in a minute.
Alright.
Then we got Crystal Rose. That's one of the new cards also.
Like, how does it work with the deck? So I do know it works with both Gem Knights and Melodious. So, in your opinion, what does it work better?
Definitely, probably Gem Knights. I don't even know if it does. I don't know if it really does anything for Melodious because, well, not really because, but this is what it does in Gem Knights. Gem Knights, it's a light monster which makes Seraphonite, which requires a light monster.
Oh, okay.
I'll get to that in a minute. What it does, Seraphonite gives you a second normal summon. With that second normal summon, you can summon your Gemini monsters.
Oh, alright. Oh, that's how it works, though. Okay.
And then also it's a rock monster, so you can make a specific Gem Knight fusion in your extra deck because it's a rock monster. Also, you can banish one of your fusion monsters from your graveyard to special summon this out of your graveyard while it's in your graveyard. So, if this is in your graveyard, you can just keep on reoccurring your plays, and it gives you a lot of recovery. Like, if you have nothing left, you can bring this card back. You'll Foolish this card from your... its last effect is, if it's on the field, you can Foolish Burial of any Gem Knight card from your deck, or Gem Knight monster from your deck.
Yeah.
So you'll just send this from your deck to the grave, which will add any vanilla Gem Knight back to your hand, and then this is on the field, and its name change... Whenever you do that Foolish effect, its name changes to whatever you sent. So its name will change to Gem Knight Fusion, and then...
Oh, alright.
And then Fusion adds itself back. I'll get to that in a minute, but basically this card gives you huge recovery plays. Absorb Fusion. This is also one of the new cards. It searches for any Gem Knight card out of your deck. Literally any Gem Knight card.
So legitimately, it's a straight up Rhoda, just like that guy, but even more of a Rhoda.
Yes, but this gets the spell.
Oh, okay.
This also has a fusioning effect, but that fusioning effect requires you to banish the materials used for the fusion summon, which is not good for this deck unless it's in a very clutch situation. So you probably 98 out of 100 times are not going to use this to fusion summon. You only use it to search for this, or basically these 2 cards, Obsidian or Fusion. Fusion, heart of the deck. You got to have it to do anything. The only reason why this deck's okay now is because you actually have 6 targets for this, pretty much.
Okay.
But you need this to operate. This card, you fuse just like its polymerization, and then while it's in your graveyard, you can banish any Gem Knight card to add it back to your hand.
Okay. Anyone? Even a monster? Or even its own spell?
I'm not sure.
I mean, you've played this deck. How do you not know?
I've never banished a spell.
Okay.
You banish a Gem Knight monster. Usually you'll banish these, because when you use these, they'll return your vanillas back to your hand, so they won't be in your grave. So usually these will be in your grave. You banish these, you get this back. You just keep using this over and over and over again.
Alright. That's the new card, right?
6 to 8 fusions out in one turn.
Oh, no, that's a new card.
Another new card. This is Brilliant Fusion.
Alright, what does this one do?
It's Shadow Fusion, except your opponent doesn't have to have an extra deck card. You just fuse out of your
Wow.
But it's continuous, so if your opponent has MST or something, stops it. But there's a fusion monster that Gem Knights have that takes 3. It's one of the new ones.
Yeah.
So it basically lets you Foolish Burial 3 Gem Knights, which will get his effect off, and you fusion summon a fusion out of your extra deck.
Right.
Card's broke. Okay, then the next line of spells is going to be a lot of consistency cards. You got 3 Upstart Goblins,
All right.
3 Chicken Games. Chicken Games is pretty much Upstart Goblin number 4, 5, and 6. Sometimes used to save yourself, but especially in this deck, you don't want to leave this on the field because your opponent's just going to plus. So
Yeah.
you also can't kill them while it's on the field because your opponent won't take damage. So you use Gem Knight Prismora, which is in the extra deck, to blow it up whenever it's on the field, which you have easy access to. And then Pseudospaces to copy Chicken Game. So
I mean, that's like how many draw cards right there?
Number 6, 7, 8.
Wow. Oh yeah. Oh.
Then we got Upstart Goblin number 9, 10, and 11. So we got 11 Upstart Goblins. And the last of the spells are Foolish Burial, Soul Charge. This one, you pretty much Foolish this or this. One of these 2 cards. This guy, if he's in your graveyard, he brings back, and this guy adds a card back to your hand, so both are good. That's really the only good targets. Very occasionally you do other stuff. Soul Charge is Soul Charge. It's perfect. Gotta play it. Book of Moon. I'm probably going to cut this and play a second one of these just because this outs more problems. This card's also free to pay the cost because this will keep returning to your hand. So you just pay the cost by discarding this and keep returning.
All right.
Just a free pop.
The only trap card is Regatta Great.
The reason why Book of Moon was in here is because the downfall of this being a Shadow Fusion is that it makes the monster that you summon a 0/0 monster.
All right.
But if you Book of Moon that monster, its stats go back to its original. This also has an effect that you can pitch any spell out of your hand to return that monster's attack to its original, which is how you outclee towers.
Oh yeah, I'm about to, that's
because the
the
fusion
question
monster
too.
that this makes is a 3,400 attack, which makes it go to 0. Clee Towers hits it with its effect, which is still 0. Then you use this effect to put its attack back to 3,400.
Oh wow! So basically, that is your towers out.
Yeah.
All right.
So you just kind of have to turbo into it and hope you got it. I mean, I played a towers out today, but I'm probably gonna cut it. Abyss Dweller. You make it real easy because this will summon one of your vanillas, which is usually almost always a level 4, and then your Stratos is a level 4. So your normal summon and a special summon, you can easily make rank 4s. You only really have space for 2. These are just the best 2, in my opinion.
Durandal. Like, how's Durandal right now? Like, how's Durandal?
They're both awesome. You pretty much you make them together most of the time. There's a turn 1 play that only uses 3 cards. You need Gem Knight Fusion, Brilliance Fusion, and Obsidian. You can do it with. You can also do the exact same play with Lazuli, Crystal Rose, or Armadillo.
Yeah.
And your end field will be Durandal Felgrand, and you'll have 4 to 5 cards left in your hand, going first.
All right.
The way you make this, usually there's only a couple level 5s. You just have to make sure you manipulate your board the right way. What this does is it'll change any of your opponent's spell trap or monster effects into their effects become the same thing as MST. So it pretty much negates any of their effects, and then it'll destroy one of your back row. This card just sits on in your spell and trap card zones dead. Like, it just sits there on nothing after you use it a lot of the time. So it's a free hit for Durandal. You can also shuffle people's hands, but you don't want to do that usually because you'll shuffle this back.
Okay.
But it might be clutch sometimes. Felgrand, he's good. The extra deck's got level 8 vanilla fusions, so you can make it. Let you get around a lot of stuff. Alright, this is the guy that gives you the double summon effect. The only way to naturally summon him is with this is the only light monster. This requires a Gem Knight plus a light monster, so this was really good when we had let's say quick play fusion that's banned. Super Poly. When we had Super Poly against any light deck, you would just go into that and take their light monster.
Any light deck? You mean even Shadal Construct?
Yeah. But it just gives you a double summon, so it lets you get your Geminis off. It's really combo based. The other way you're summoning it is with another fusion. The thing that you're going to go into off your Brilliance Fusion pretty much every time on the first Brilliance Fusion is Lady Brilliant Diamond. That's one of the new ones.
Oh yeah, that's the one that's 34, right? This is the one.
She's 34 and she takes 3 materials.
All right.
So on your first pitch, you'll send Lazuli, Lapis, and an Amber. And Lazuli will add one of them back. Well, she'll be a 0/0, but you'll tribute her for her own effect. Her effect is you can tribute any Gem Knight monster you control to special summon any Gem Knight fusion out of your extra deck, ignoring its summoning conditions.
That's actually pretty good.
So usually you'll tribute her to go into this, which will give you your second summon. So even though a lot of times you're not going to have this only 2 of light monster, you'll be able to tribute her to get a light monster.
All right.
Well, to get this. Okay, then this is
What does this- what's
she's fairly new.
Okay. What does this one do?
She can Foolish Burial any Gem Knight monster out of the deck to inflict burn damage to your opponent equal to 500 times the number of special summon monsters on the field. Well, this deck spams 4 to 5 monsters all in one turn.
Oh, yeah.
So you're going to have 2,000 to 2,500 damage just off of your own, plus your opponent's monsters. Today I burnt somebody for 3,500. But then you need the second one just to make her turn 2. Your level 5 fusion monsters, there's only 2. These are it. So you make these 2 to make your Durandal.
Yeah.
Ruby, this is the Klee Towers out that I played.
Oh,
You can
another
only
one?
make it with Garnet. What he does is he can double his attack, or not double, he contribute any Gem Knight monster to increase his attack power by the Gem Knight monster that you tributed.
Yeah.
So he just gets massively huge. He also has Pierce.
All right.
Citron, only played 1. You have to use a Pyro to make it. This is the only target in here right now to make it.
Mm-hmm.
He is Armades. He's the exact same effect as Armades, which Armades keep our boundaries of the level 5 synchro. He just stops things from activating when he attacks. And then 3 Prismora, probably the best fusion.
All right.
He just outs any problem card. You discard any Gem Knight card from your hand to destroy any face-up card on the field. So it's why you can safely play chicken game in this deck, is because you'll play your chicken games, you'll draw your cards, and then you make this guy. And the pop is always free because he pitches any Gem Knight card from your hand to pop a card. Mm-hmm. So you'll pitch this, which just adds back, so it's completely free to blow up your own chicken game. And Zirconia. Zirconia is 2,900 vanilla monster. He's level 8, so you go into your Felgram with those 2. Also, he's just big and gets over stuff. Today, I was playing against, what's the name of that deck?
Cosmo?
No.
Oh, okay.
The new Pendulum deck.
Oh, Pendulum. Oh, Ignites.
Ignites.
Okay.
Ignites, and they played the continuous trap that makes it so you can't summon effect monsters. So
Yeah, I heard about
summoned
that.
2 of these, and a vanilla and another vanilla, and just beat for over 8,000 through it. And then the side deck, I just took a bunch of cards out of my Dragoonity deck and put them in here. It's literally the same stuff I was playing yesterday.
Well,
Just without some of the Dragoonity.
I
It's not even 15 cards.
wow. So
And
it
this
doesn't.
card kind of shuts your own plays down, but you just hope you shut your opponent down harder or they'll blow it up.
Yeah, true. I mean, if you think about it, Raigeki, MST.
This is the only card that's different.
Yeah, like
It's just because this is free to discard.
I mean, the Science side deck, it looks like it
It's
can
only
work with
like
this deck
12
too.
cards.
Yeah, it can even work with this deck too. So
Yeah, the only thing I ever sided all day actually was this, this, and one of this. Those are the only 5 cards I
wow.
sided. I just grabbed some side deck cards and put them in.
All right. Well, thanks a lot again, Russell. Hope to see you guys next week. Bye for now.